Hello everybody, 'tis I, the Rumpled One. Might be wondering why I've got to have this in my hand now. Most people watching this video, when they see this, they're going to think, hey, he's got the U.S. flag in his hand. Well, yes I do. But you know what else I have in my hand? I have a stick with a piece of cloth on it that has some red and white stripes and a blue background and white stars. You see, this is a symbol. And what they've done is, they, being the powers that tax, the government, our schools, our teachers, they have taught us what this means. But you see, it really doesn't mean anything. Because if you took this someplace else, they might not know what it is. So, it's not what this is, it's the association you make with it. So, I was at the football game on Sunday. And you know, I like to go to sporting events. And before the event, of course, they say, all rise, remove your hats, you know, put your hand over your heart, and, you know, they do the Star-Spangled Banner. You know, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Well, guess what? We're not free. We are born into servitude. My third all-time favorite movie is The Matrix. And in that movie, they talk about how people will defend to the death the system that enslaves them. Now, just so you know, my father served in World War II, and his father served, and my grandfather served in World War I. So I've got a lot of respect for the military. But, you see, our government leaders, they're taking us down the wrong path, because we're not free. And those soldiers that they put in harm's way are really not defending our freedom. What they're defending is that government so it can keep us in servitude. Now you might think, oh, come on, you're going a little out there. No, I'm not. I'm really not. Because if you don't get to keep everything that you earn, you're not free. When you look at your paycheck and you look at the stub, and they say, well, you know, you've got federal tax and state tax and maybe a city tax and FICA tax and Medicare and all this Social Security. I mean, are you really free? You own a home? Well, guess what? In most states, there's something called property tax. You don't pay it, they take your home away. How's that free? So, you just really have to think about what's going on out there and how it's affecting you. But to me the question is, why do we keep electing idiots and then re-electing those same idiots? Why don't we just, you know, say, hey, you had your chance, you messed up, we want somebody new, we want somebody different. Maybe that's why Obama got elected, but oh, that'll be another video or 2 or 3 or 4. But the point is, we can't just keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, because that's the definition of crazy. So, do I have an answer? Yeah, just re-elect no one. And make sure you don't get caught up in the symbolism, because they're just playing with your mind. Yeah, I want you to think about it for a second. They're playing with your mind, because they use words and symbols to fool you. You know, they want you to be a good American, which is basically do what you're told and don't cause us any problems because we know better than you do. As they take your money, your hard-earned money. It's just not right, but that doesn't matter because that's the way it is. And the question is, what would you do to prevent it? I mean, this country was founded by people who, you know, put their life on the line for freedom. Well, that's been bred out of us. Who watching this video would lock and load and march on Washington, you know, shoulder to shoulder with the next guy. Or to go, well, you know, we'll sit back and see what happens. So, you know, as a prepper, you just have to really think and observe and understand what's going on and not be fooled by what somebody else tells you. You have to think for yourself. And when it comes to prepping and survival, once again, if you don't have a plan and you're not preparing, then you're preparing to fail.